she's fast.
She's fast. She can run. They can take that lake easily.
Telling you, we could do really fast. Yeah.
All right, everybody. If you're joining us, this is Beau Evans with NOLA.com Times-Picayune. Taking a little video here of the one of two new ferry boats for the New Orleans Regional Transit Authority. It's moving along pretty quickly. It's not ready to service passengers yet. It's got to go through some more testing and inspections, but it is cruising along the Mississippi River now, past the New Orleans area, and should be pretty soon when these are ready to be ridden. Right. There's a sorry, tough for me to zoom in on the Facebook Live, but you can see in the distance over there one of the new RTA ferry boats is zooming along the Mississippi, just passed by the New Orleans area, coming around Algiers, and see if we can catch Mr. Justin Augustine here when he's got a second.
When we have lots of people.
Sorry. Where you want me? Like
Wherever.
Wherever you want.
This is good.
Glasses on or off?
Keep them on.
Okay.
Let's go over here. So, Justin, tell us a little bit who you are and what we just saw and what we can expect from the ferries.
Okay. Well, I'm Justin Augustine. I'm Vice President of Transdev, and I'm also the General Manager to the Regional Transit Authority. Transdev is the group that actually runs the day-to-day operations of the Regional Transit Authority. And what we're witnessing right now is history in the making. We have the first of two new ferry boats coming up for operations. This one is called RTA1. It's the newest piece of asset we've had in our ferry system since, 1977.
Right.
And the oldest vessel we have in the fleet is from 1947. So clearly it's time to replace the assets, modernize the fleet, upgrade the facilities, and bring New Orleans into the 21st century marine operations. And what we just witnessed with a group of very delightful members of the West Bank is to see history. And you know, soon this boat will be in revenue service, but first it has to go through all the respective sea trials and inspections by the Coast Guard and train the captains and the deckhands until they've been certified. You know, we can't select the date just yet, but it's sometime soon. Right. It's going to be this summer we'll get this boat back into service, into revenue service I should say. So I'm very excited. It's been a project long in the making, and I want to thank everybody that has stood behind us, friends of the ferry, our state senators, our state representatives, Troy Carter, Gary Carter, David Heitmeyer, Ed Murray, all those guys that have fought so hard for us, the council members that have been on our side, from Christian Palmer to Nadine Ramsey, not Christian Palmer again, to the city of New Orleans, and then especially to the RTA Board of Commissioners who believed in us. And I can't forget, to be honest with you, the Secretary of State of Louisiana, Mr. Sean Wilson. Sean was very instrumental in working with us to make sure this operating agreement that we signed to manage the system was put in place, but more importantly, allowing us to use some state grants that hadn't been spent, and we were able to flex those dollars over to the RTA to help procure these boats. So I want to say thank you, Secretary Wilson. You believed in us. We've delivered on our promise and commitment, and I just hope the community is as happy as I am today.
Right, Secretary Sean Wilson, DOTD. And so we're going to see another boat come across, or just that one for now?
Today.
Not today?
One boat today. The second boat is about
one
6
and
months
done.
behind. One and done.
Okay.
RTA2 is under construction as we speak.
Okay.
Upon completion, we'll do the punch list items and making sure it's okay, and we'll bring it up the river. And
All right.
We'll go through the same process, and then once it's released by the Coast Guard, we'll put it into service also.
So one will be ready for service theoretically a little bit before the other one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was the original plan.
Right.
As we said, it was an 18-month process for the 2 boats to come in. 1 year for the first, then 6 months after that for the second. And we're pretty much on target.
Right.
A few slippage in terms of a month or so, but that's just the way construction is. Sometimes you never know until you actually get into the process.
So we got 2 boats here, and they're both by Metal Shark. And tell us a little bit about Metal Shark, number 1, and then number 2, what the boats are made out of.
Okay. Well, Metal Shark is a local boat manufacturer, shipbuilder in southeast Louisiana. They're based down in Franklin, Jeanneret, Louisiana. Their responsibility is predominantly to build aluminum hull boats. And we looked at aluminum hull boats because they were less costly, more maneuverable, a lot faster, of course. But more importantly, we knew we can get them built in the time schedule we wanted to have built, and that's critically important. I want to thank Metal Shark. They've been great partners with us, worked with us, and as we went through the design phase and procurement process and all the long days of negotiations, we got all that done. So Metal Shark is a local group based in Louisiana, Louisiana workers. It's a product built by the state, within the state of Louisiana.
I'll put you on the spot a little bit, not too much, but we got, aside from the ferry boats, there's the terminal rebuild project. Where are we at with that in the process?
Well, we're going well with the terminal project. As a matter of fact, bids are actually due at the end of the month. We will get the bids from the respective bidders out there. We will evaluate those bids, make a recommendation to the board. The board will then select a winning contractor. We're asking the contractor, according to the schedule, to begin demolition in September of this year.
Right.
And from that process, it should take a year to a year and 3 months to 14 months to kind of get the project done.
Depending on the weather and the height of the river here.
That's always important.
Right.
Weather conditions and the height of the river. Clearly we all know when the river reaches a certain level, all construction has to stop. But we're hoping, keeping our fingers crossed, that the latter part of 2018, the beginning of 2019 will be good, and that we can avoid any bad weather conditions and any high watermarks on the river, and we can get this thing done.
And in the meantime, for the new boats, I know there's a plan in place, but what is the plan, if folks don't know, to dock the new boats while the ferry is under construction?
We're clearly, let me just say this, we will have continuous operation during construction. We will have a temporary docking location just adjacent to the port, the Aquarium of Americas.
Right.
We've worked out an agreement with the Harvard Institute, and we've had to set up temporary docking stations there, so you will be able to catch the boat at that location and come to this particular location. Each location will be modified to accommodate the design of the new boats.
Gotcha. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I think my final thoughts on this, as I stand on the banks of this beautiful Mississippi River, which is an asset for the great city of New Orleans, we have to appreciate what we have. We have to use it to our advantage. These particular boats have the capabilities of not only just going across the river, but up and down the river to serve as river taxis. And hopefully we can serve the employment centers up and down the river to build ridership, to get better utilization of the river, and to create a sense of better utilization of the commercial waterways of the Mississippi River for passenger purposes.
It's an interesting thought, and we'll talk about it later, and hopefully do a story about how the capabilities are expanded, what it can go in different directions. Absolutely. Here. Very interesting, so we'll follow up on that. Thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you,
we look forward to them.
Appreciate it.
All right, everybody. So let me flip this around. This is Beau Evans with NOLA.com, Times-Picayune. I'm standing in Algiers Point next to the Mississippi River. We just watched one of the RTA's new ferry boats kind of cruise around, pretty zippy, from the Jefferson Parish area across downtown and then around Algiers. So we got to see one of them. There's another one still being built. Justin Augustine, who is Vice President of Transdev, which operates the RTA, told us that that second boat is still about 6 months out from being completed. And then once they're all ready, it should take a few weeks for inspections and testing from the Coast Guard before the boats can actually go be put into service for customers. So once that happens, we'll definitely let everyone know. One of the interesting things that we also want to follow up on here is that these new boats will be able to not just go from one bank to the other of the Mississippi. Justin tells us that they can go in multiple different directions and pretty quickly too. So he's talking about how that might be able to expand different, you know, waterborne opportunities, travel, transportation, things like that. So that's another topic that we'll follow up on. Anyway, there's not going to be another boat to come around, so I'm going to sign off. This is Beau Evans with NOLA.com, Times-Picayune. Thanks for joining.